We're here, Bird's Eye Review, with the wonderful Laggards, Dan and Colin, who just put out the new So Feels EP, so make sure to go check out that on... Where are we checking it out on?
cloudsounds.bandcamp.com or SoundCloud.com
Fuck Laggards.
/fucklaggards. You can pick it up for $0.
Or give us money.
Yeah, we like that too.
I like the free price.
Yeah.
I like the free price.
It's a Radiohead.
You know what? It's worth every penny.
It is, yeah. I really felt like I got my money's worth.
Me too.
Thanks, Terry.
So we are here on Bird's Eye Review to review another album. So we're going to, every episode, we're going to take a band, like a group. Sorry to call you a band.
We're sort of a band.
Sort of a
guitar
band.
music.
Yeah.
Guitar music. So we're going to take a group or a band and we're going to discuss an album. And so today we are going to do Ryan Hemsworth's new album, Alone for the First Time.
He's pensive.
So I know I'll start it off. I've been listening to the album for a week, and Ryan Hemsworth's an artist that he actually came to town, and I didn't really know who he was, and a lot of people I know and like their opinion of music were going, and the show sold out. Quite a popular show. Did you guys go?
I went to that show.
I did not go to that show.
Very popular, and I heard lots of good things, and I started checking out his music, and it was really cool. So when this new album came out, I was really hyped to get it, and I really enjoyed it. It's a little poppier, half of it on the poppier end, but I sort of appreciate the production and the journey it took me. It's a little bit of a breakup album, so if you're feeling sad, you might get a few songs on there. But what it really did was, I used to really love Prefuse 73. And it made me think of one of his classic albums, and a lot of the sounds were very similar. And I really enjoyed sort of going back to that place again. A lot of like the spacier sounds, like the second track that's kind of doing the piano with mixed with the xylophone and some like weird spacey sounds, and the way the singing was incorporated into it. That's what I've been really digging that this week. But you guys have listened to it about once, which I love, because for its albums, you can hate an album the first time and love it later, or vice versa. So what was your first time through opinions on Ryan Hemsworth?
It's a bit twinkly for me.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to sound like pretty cliche, but I definitely enjoyed his older work a bit more than what he seems to have happened upon.
So what is different about this album than the last album?
It's definitely a lot poppier. It's a lot more, it sounds like he's trying to satisfy a particular group of fans. He wrote it on the road, I know that, like while he was touring, so it kind of seems like maybe I don't know if it feels like he put a lot of himself into it. Feels like he once again wanted to put something out, felt like it was time, and wanted to strike while the iron was hot.
It's very short too, which is interesting. 7 songs and maybe a running length of half an hour. I think it might be a couple minutes under, which is very unusual, I would say, especially in that producer based. You get like the Flume album, someone I'd say is contemporary, and it's got like 2 sides of 18 songs or something, or so much music. So it was an interesting, more like shorter burst of a similar theme, maybe, as opposed to a bunch of different vibes on a 15-track album.
I don't think he had time to write any more than that. I don't think it was about, I think he wanted to get it done and out, and he that's all he had. And the guests on it are, I mean, to be fair, I've only listened to it once, so I'll listen to it a couple more times just to see if my opinion on it changes, but it was kind of medium for me.
Dan, the people anticipate your opinion.
No, they don't.
They do.
Somebody might.
Oh, God.
A vocal, you have an opinion.
That is true. It kind of basically sounded like someone who's like reasonably talented but never like startling phoning it in.
You felt very phoned in. That's what both you guys seem to be the vibe of it.
It's just every song kind of like, the production is very tasteful.
Yeah.
It all
very
sounds
clean.
It's very clean, very tasteful. Everything sounds like a preset. Like it's basically just finding a bunch of presets that fit together for your sound palette for each song. All those singers are just kind of like slotted in exactly the same way. It's like, just like, stack that in with everything else. the vibe of everything. Like I appreciate the idea of a consistent vibe, but it like felt like 7 takes of the same song, just with slightly different arrangements. It was just like really like it didn't feel like there was any like real inspiration behind it. It just felt like I should record 28 minutes of music now.
Right.
And yeah, like to be fair, context is like I know like Ryan Hemsworth stuff. It's like I'm not a huge fan. Like I appreciate what he does, but he's never. I like producers that surprise me. Like I don't have to love what they do, but I like to be surprised.
Yep.
Or like challenged, and like I said to Colin like that feels like Ryan Hemsworth's record that you can buy at Starbucks.
Yeah, that's fair enough, and maybe that's what I even enjoyed about it. It's a good like after work. I got off work. I've been playing it on the way home. I'm just like smile, don't think too much, enjoy the sounds. Yeah. It's very clean.
Yeah,
clean, and I can appreciate it's super clean.
Oh yeah, like it's well made.
Yeah,
like I'm not like I wouldn't.
Yeah, well he's a talented producer, but.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. You make more of an interesting, exciting brand of music, and I know especially like more experimental stuff. So you.
Well, I mean, no, but like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love like for me, like I love like a good, like a well-written pop song is a thing of beauty. But like, I mean, for that, like like artists who are like sort of pushing production and like FKA Twigs, like that's something, or like Autre Nouveau or J. Paul, like artists who are really like. They're writing songs that are like super good pop songs, so just like real easy to get into, but there's like so much like I don't feel like when I listen to that Ryan Hemsworth record like second, third, fourth time, I don't think I'm going to get any more out of it than I did the first time. It's
right.
You're not going to understand any more about him or his process. It's just going to be easy.
I felt it almost, as I was saying to Trevor earlier, like a little bit more organic sounding, and maybe even like he wants to tour it with a band.
No, there's guitars in it.
There is guitars in it, and there's more like live piano, and even on like sort of 3 or 4 of the songs, the drums are trying to they either are live drums or he's attempting to sound live drums. It's got a little different vibe that way. Only a couple of the songs at the end is a little crazier drum patterns and
it
beat
kind
switching.
Of it kind of reminded me. There are 2 things that it kind of reminded me of. Apparat, like just that kind of like easy like kind of weightless pop music, like modern production. And like when like everyone, I have no idea how to pronounce it, but Ooh on Triangle, like when the Ooh like LP finally came out after like those EPs that everyone got so fucking hyped about, and then nothing for 2 years, and then the LP came out and basically no one cared, like and again like it had that like it has that similar sound where it's just this sort of like light, like kind of like floating, like super clean, like pop sound where it's just like it doesn't leave you with more than you came in with.
Yes, okay.
Wasn't Ooh a Witch House producer?
He got put in there, but he's no Salem.
Yeah.
He's no Salem.
Yeah, shout out Witch House 2014.
Yeah, shit, man. 2015 Witch House Revival.
There we go. I think that's it for Bird's Eye Review. Ryan Hemsworth, we have our opinion. I find it's a light, breezy romp, which is probably the exact reason you guys...
You gonna give it a rating out of 10? Are you gonna do ratings out of 10 on this?
We can get... Do you want to give it a rating out of 10?
Yeah, let's do it.
I actually, right now, in the amount of listening to it, if I said anything less than an 8 out of 10, I'd be doing a disservice to just purely how much I find myself listening to it. And I had no expectations going in. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I've listened to the album 25 times in the last week.
Wow.
Yeah.
5.5 out of 10 for me.
4.
Trevor. You can't see Trevor back there, but he also has a number.
An opinion.
6.89.
6.89.
Wow, specific.
I like it. He doesn't round. He's actually a true mathematician. So hit us up, Bird's Eye Review. We'll have a Bird's Eye Review on Twitter account.
Give us your rating out of 10.
Give us your rating out of 10, and then download the rest of the episode of The Blend. We've done an hour interview with the Laggards here, so jump into that. And follow my friend Rose on Instagram. She'd love it. We're out of here.
I felt my heart